Good Monday morning, everybody. Time for Garage Sale 101 to the season. After all, I've got the lovely Jane Lockart back, interior designer. Good morning.
Hi.
This is such a great idea. I tried and failed miserably at holding my own family garage sale years ago. It's tough. You got to know what you're doing to make the most of it.
Absolutely. This particular garage sale, if anyone wants to have a garage sale, the time to have it is for the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation Yard Sale for the Cure. So that's why we have the pink balloons and the signs. So everyone knows on the 29th of May is the time to go out and start having a look for things. So
proceeds go towards
correct.
Canadian
So
breast
it's
cancer.
Definitely a good time to clean out the house and get rid of some stuff. Or if you want to have a garage sale yourself, you don't want to necessarily do it with someone. You can certainly do it with a group of people. And what you want to make sure you do is have the items that you want separated out. So that's what I've done here.
Okay, so the first tip is this. Treat it like a department store.
Yes.
You have your furniture in one spot, you have your plates in another, your clothing in another,
correct.
Furniture,
Kids stuff in another. That's right. So you want to split it up because it really helps people know what they're looking for. Big one, have a jar of extra change. And who doesn't have a jar of change sitting on their bedroom counter? You know, there's a good time to use it.
Extension cords for?
Extension cord is if you have any appliances that you're trying to sell, let people try them out.
Make sure
because and that's a good way. If you're going to a garage sale as well, ask if they have one because you don't want to buy something and find out it doesn't work.
Yep.
So it's really important to have those items.
And you say set pricing because some things are not just one limit use. For example, this is supposed to be a dessert bowl for
That's
trifle.
correct. Yes.
But you could use it for anything, floating candles, fruit.
That's right. So you got to get creative. So most people don't make trifle anymore, except my grandma. So for a lot of people, it's a really great modern piece of glass. So it works great as could be a candle holder. The other bin, this is all, by the way, garage sale finds that I've brought with me. So this is my house, pretty much. The other one that's in front of it with the lemons and limes are great because it's an open webbed bowl. So that's nice because it allows it to breathe. So those are the kind of things, if you're thinking what you want to use it for ahead of time, you can purchase it knowing this is what I'm going to do.
And how neat is this? If you buy a whole bunch of different garden tools or kitchen tools, you can actually frame them and make for something very beautiful.
Yeah, so this was pretty easy to do. If you don't like to paint, instead you just make a wood frame and then you would just simply glue that in place. So
clever.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun take on tools that don't have a life anymore, especially some of the great vintage ones, which these ones are actually in a great vintage can, another vintage one, which people who have more of the traditional kitchens love the look of these things.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Or in a cottage even. These are lovely too. They've made a comeback. The colored glass.
So a lot of people get rid of this because they think, well, I want all my glasses to match because everyone's on the matchy route. But these are wonderful vintage pieces of glass that someone got rid of thinking, I'm never going to use them again. And yet they're great if you're having a cocktail party. Everyone has their own color. Colored glass is a great way to really add more dimension to a room.
And
believe it or
if
not,
you can wash it, buy it because it may look dingy. You can just, like this, when you bought it, it looked rather dingy.
It was awful. It was a terrible thing, but the square shape in it gives it a more modern feel. Most people don't realize you can actually decant your wine. So you pour your wine into these, and don't you look how fabulous.
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah, putting your wine out in something like that.
I want to get to these before we run out of time, love. This is so smart. If you don't like the painting inside the frame, who cares? If you like the frame, you could do so many things with it. Take the painting out. Chalkboard. Could you imagine the fun your kids have creating their own masterpiece and then having it in a frame? Here you have making, again, new uses for old things.
So this one was another decanter, and this is actually bubble bath that's in here. So a lot of people have beautiful bathrooms today, but don't want to put out the items. So why not decant it, get rid of the plastic, recycle that, and then you just simply put it back into this. An old bottle, these are Epsom salts. So they're basically bath salts, the same thing, perfect storage.
Teacups for candle holders.
That's right. Those used to belong to a punch bowl, but the punch bowl got broken, so some thought, oh, I'm going to get rid of those, but they're perfect for this.
Pretty. Thank you so much. And again, in the front, you actually painted and just put a new lining on the chair. Good as new. For more information, cbcf.org/yard sale. Make sure you take part May 29th if you're interested, because of course, yard sale earnings will be donated to the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation or janelockhart.com. Wonderful ideas.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Right now over to Kevin Frankish in the newsroom.